basically a one and done or, 2 round in.
Right.
No, you ain't. I don't do
It's
that
just,
thing yet.
I think that you get a set of kids in there that are basketball and football players, and then once they get through so many weeks of football, they start thinking, man, I'm ready to play basketball. So they wear it down a little.
5-year-old.
So we have a new board guy tonight. He just told me Stevens called me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's our radio guy tonight. He's done this before, but it's not Caitlin.
And welcome to Senior Night 2022. We will begin by our first introduction of AHS band member Kayla Cothran.
Yeah, I'll do like this on everybody.
She is the daughter of Lindsay
We
Murphy
did our
and
2
Mark
band
Cothran.
kids, and then we did
She has been in the band
1
7
cheerleader.
years.
That's all we had.
Last year,
Except
she was
football
awarded the most improved in band. She is a member of the Beta Club and Upward Bound. After high school, Kayla plans to go to Arkansas Tech University and major in nursing. She wants to graduate from ATU and go on to be a nurse practitioner. Her favorite band memory is the Disney trip. She has made so many memories there. She is escorted by her grandpa, Kenneth Mays. AHS band member Emerson Gately. She is the daughter of Angela and Johnny Gately. She has been in the band for 7 years. She is the majorette officer and band librarian. She is a member of the Lady Red Devil volleyball team, Teams for Christ, the FBLA, the Beta, Science Club, Photography Club, and Student Body and Class Vice President. After high school, she plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas and major in veterinary science. Her favorite band memory is marching at Disney and having the opportunity to be a majorette her senior year. She is being escorted by her parents. AHS band member Carly Havens. She is the daughter of Sarah Cleveland and Eric Havens. She has been in the band for 7 years. She is a flag officer. After high school, she plans to attend Arkansas Tech University to become a mental health therapist. Her favorite band memory is seeing Mr. John Farron every day and having the privilege of making her own secret handshake. She is being escorted by Sarah and Jesse Cleveland and Eric and Danielle Havens. AHS band member Ben Kemp. He is the son of Shelley and Sam Kemp. He has been in the band for 7 years. He is a member of the Red Devil basketball team. After high school, he plans to attend UACCM for automotive engineering. His favorite band memory is marching at Disney. He is being escorted by his mother. AHS band member Lillian McCurry. She is the daughter of Casey and Brian Talley. She has been in the band for 7 years. After high school, she wants to attend UACCM and pursue a degree in nursing. Her favorite memory is getting closer to friends and watching them love her daughter. She loves being a part of the color guard. She is being escorted by her parents and her daughter, Tatum. AHS band member Jenny McNeese. She is the daughter of Heather and Carl McNeese. She has been in the band for 7 years. She is the brass officer in the band. After high school, Jenny wants to attend UACCM and then transfer to Arkansas Tech University to become a teacher. Her favorite band memory is going to Disney to March and getting to ride all the roller coasters, even if she had to wait in the lines for hours. She is being escorted by her parents and her sisters, Elisa and Brandy. AHS band member Alexander Miller. He is the son of Severin and Corey Miller. He has been in the band for 7 years. After graduation, Alexander plans to join the United States Army and to become a Black Hawk mechanic. His favorite band memory is going home after the game. He is being escorted by his mother. AHS band member Tommy Peters. She is the daughter of Pam and Tom Peters. She has been in the band for 7 years. She is a brass officer, band librarian, and a majorette. She is a member of the Lady Red Devil volleyball team, FBLA, Beta, Photography Club, Teens for Christ, Science Club, and the treasurer of the senior class. After high school, Tommy plans to attend Hot Springs Beauty College to complete their cosmetology program. Later down the road, select first a planning cosmetic program to further her education and her career. Her favorite band memory is her tradition of going to eat and eating coffee before every Friday night football game was. She always looks forward to it, going to miss him a whole bunch. She is escorted by her mother. AHS cheerleader and AHS band member Megan Coffey. She is the daughter of Jumbo and Monica Coffey. She has been a cheerleader for 5 years and in the band for 7 years. She is the cheer captain this year and a 3-time All-American. She is 4th chair complete. She's also a member of the Lady Red Devil softball team, AHS golf, yearbook, FBLA, FCCLA, Vega, Science Club, and the Photography Club and President. Her favorite memory in junior high, going out to do a halftime for basketball and falling in front of the whole gym, busting her lip open just the time. Her favorite band memory is on the ferry in Disney when Ara poured water in her mouth from the 2nd level. She is escorted by her parents and her little brother, Chant Coffey. AHS cheerleader and AHS band member Bella DeLuel. She is the daughter of Michael and Celeste DeLuel. She's been cheering for 13 years. She has been in the band for 7 years. She is a cheer captain and a 6-time All-American. She is the drum major and was named Outstanding Band Member for sophomore and junior year. She is a member of the FBLA, leader of Teens for Christ, in Victory Missionary Baptist Church, where she's part of the Victory Student Ministry and the orchestra. After high school, she plans to attend UCA and major in psychology, become a behavioral analyst. Her favorite cheer memory is when she, Lexi, and Nathan all hid the boys' basketball locker room for over an hour when they played hide and seek at the locker room. over time, they slowly started seeing more and more people doing this. The best part, no one thought to work there because Miss Farmer said they were off. The favorite band memory is the shield, the cubbies, and the grass ring on 3 days. People that know, and marching edition. She's escorted by her parents and her little brother, Jamie Newell. AHS cheerleader and AHS band member Corey Keister. She's the daughter of Becky and Chad Keister. She's been a cheerleader for 5 years and in the band for 7 years. She's a cheer captain and first chair percussion. She's also a member of the Lady Red Devil volleyball and basketball teams, AHS Beta, Kings for Christ, and the Photography Club. Her favorite cheer memories are 7:30 in the morning practice with Wayne, Her favorite band memory would have to be when she and Wesley always laughed during halftime performances at the people who are out of line. She is being escorted by her parents and her sister, Peggy Keister and Katie Rowland. AHS cheerleader Jordan Crawford. She's the daughter of Shane and Monica Crawford, and this is her first year as a cheerleader. She's a member of the Beta Club, Lady Red Devil basketball team, the AHS track and tennis team. She attends Union Grove Free Will Baptist Church. At the high school, she plans to attend college at the U of A to pursue a degree in biology and then to apply for med school. Her favorite memory is when her stunt group was building Bajas and Jane kept folding into a pancake right after Miss Farmer told us how much she hates pancakes. She's being escorted by her parents, her brother Cole, and her estranged sister, Anna. AHS cheerleader Lexi Goodman. She's the daughter of BJ and Brandy Gooden, and this is her first year as an AHS cheerleader. She's a member of the FBLA, the FCCLA, the Beta Club, Student Council Representative, the Lady Red Devil softball, basketball, and volleyball team. She attends Atkins First Free Will Baptist Church. After high school, she plans to attend college at UCA and to pursue a degree in nursing. Her favorite cheer memory is playing hide and go seek at the lock-in at the school and hiding for over an hour. She's being escorted by her parents and her sister, Abby. AAH's cheerleader, Lainey Hubbard. She's the daughter of Justin and Ashley Rebueller and Michael and Catherine Hubbard. She has been a cheerleader for 9 years. She is a member of the AHS Beta, and she attends Atkins First Free Will Baptist Church. After high school, she plans to attend UACCM and transfer to get a degree in biology to pursue a career in physical therapy. Her favorite cheerleader is Georgia putting her in the shoulder sick, after playing strong enough to show everyone her gun, but then proceeded to fall because as soon as she stood up. She was being escorted by her parents. AHS Water Girl, Jamie Cronister. She is the daughter of Timmy and Shelley Cronister. This is her first year as a water girl. She is a member of the FBLA, the FCCLA, Beta, Kings for Christ. She's a student council representative. She's also on the AHS tennis team. She attends Union Grove Free Will Baptist Church. After graduation, she plans to attend Arkansas Tech University at Ozark and pursue a degree in cardiac sonogram. Her favorite memory is having to babysit McKinley during the benefit game. She is being escorted by her parents. AHS water girl Mallory Jackson. She is the daughter of John and Alice Jackson. She has been a water girl for 6 years. She is the secretary of the student body, the president of the senior class, the president of the FBLA, the president of the science club, president of the beta club, leader in Teams for Christ, a member of the photography club, a member of the AHS tennis team, manager of the basketball and softball team. She attends Barrel Chapel United Methodist Church. At graduation, plans to attend UA-CCM to become an RN, and then transfer to UCA to achieve her BSN to pursue a job in labor and delivery. Her favorite memory is Amy squirting her Miatas water bottle at Bigelow, completely drenching her face. She is escorted by her parents. AHS water girl Josie Taylor. She's the daughter of Chris and Jessica Taylor. She has been a water girl for 2 years. She is a member of the AHS Beta, AHS Track, and the Lady Red Devil basketball team. She attends Atkins First Baptist Church. After graduation, she plans to attend UA-CCM and transfer to UCA to become a physical therapist. Her favorite memories are laughing and joking around with her fellow water girls. She is being escorted by her parents. Volunteer chain crew Seth Cobb. He is the son of Priscilla and Chuck Cobb. He has been helping the chain crew for 6 years. He is a member of the AHS Beta, the FBLA, Teams for Christ, and the Red Devil basketball team. He is also active in martial arts, and he attends the New Life Church. After high school, he plans to attend Arkansas Tech University to pursue a degree in engineering. His favorite memories over the years, joking with DJ Goodman on the sideline. He is being escorted by his parents. At this time, we'd also like to ask you to recognize his father, Mr. Chuck Cobb, who has been on the chain gang for 30 years here at Atkins. Red Devil football player, Eli Baker. He is the son of Rhiannon and Jacob Davis and Jason and Jackie Baker. He's been a Red Devil football player for 3 years. He's also a member of the Red Devil baseball team. After high school, he plans to join the United States Air Force. His favorite memory is winning the Rivals Cup game last year. He is being escorted by his parents. Red Devil football player Sebastian Bartlett. He is the son of Melissa and Greg Harris and Zach and Kayla Barker. This is his first year as a Red Devil football player. He has been awarded the Thrive Mortgage Player of the Game and the Farm Bureau Player of the Week. He is a member of the AHS Tennis, Red Devil baseball team, and is a member of the Student Impact Ministry at the Refuge Church in Russellville. After high school, Sebastian plans to attend United Welding Institute, where he will get his welding certificate before going on the road to travel as a welder. His favorite memory is when Coach Porter gives him the motivational speeches before the game. He's being escorted by his parents. Red Devil football player Carter Cheek. He is the son of Charles and Christy Cheek. He has been a Red Devil football player for 8 years. He has been named the Thrive Mortgage Player of the Game and the Farm Bureau Player of the Week. He is a member of the Red Devil basketball team, and he attends Union Grove Freehold Baptist. After high school, Carter will attend UACCM for HVAC and then pursue a career in refrigeration. His favorite memory is when Donovan's touchdown got called back because Tyler Leggett was laying on the kid at midfield. He is escorted by his parents. Red Devil football player Isaac Duval. He is the son of Derek Duval and Jessica Cruz. He has been a Red Devil football player for 5 years. He was named Farm Bureau Player of the Week. He plans to attend he attends Arkansas Tech University Career Center where he studies construction. He is a member of the Bell's Chapel Assembly of God. After high school, he plans to be a heavy machine operator. His favorite memories are hanging out in the locker room before games. He is being escorted by his parents. Red Devil football player Braden Jones. He is the son of Ernie and Melissa Jones. He played football in Missouri for 10 years, and this is his first year as a Red Devil football player. He is a member of the art club and attends Arkansas Tech University Career Center where he studies automotive technology. After high school, he plans to join the Air National Guard and then plans to open his own automotive shop. His favorite football memory was when he was a lineman in the 8th grade. They said linemen don't score touchdowns. They sacked the quarterback, causing a fumble that he recovered to make the touchdown. He's being escorted by his grandmother, Peggy Flood, and his girlfriend, Madison London. Red Devil football player Landon Phillips. He is the son of Ryan Phillips and Jessica Jackson. He has played football for 8 years and has been a Red Devil football player for 3 years. After high school, he plans to join the workforce. His favorite memory is being paired with a sophomore year with 2 seconds left on the clock. He is being escorted by his parents. We'd also like to wish Landon a very happy birthday. His birthday was yesterday, so we wish Landon a very happy birthday. Now let's hear it for our AHS seniors. James with the visiting Bearkatz. Number 2, Nathan Woodall. Number 54, James Rush. Number 55, Chris Ingalls. And number 68, Otto Solak. Red Devils will be number 5, Landon Phillips, along with number 21, Brandon Jones. Number 23, Sebastian Bartlett. Number 81, Eli Baker. Also, number 62, Carter Cheek, and number 55, Isaac Duval. Honorary captain for the Red Devils tonight is Liam Leach. Liam is the son of Brandon and Shelby Beck and the late William Leach. He is a first-grade student at Atkins Elementary. His teacher and scholar nominated him based on his attitude towards school, leadership, and his Red Devil pride. Liam's favorite thing about school is doing his work. Our honorary cheer captain tonight is Madeline Small. Madeline is the daughter of Courtney Mott and Dylan Small. She is a second-grade student at Atkins Elementary. Her teacher, Mrs. Bashir, nominated her based on her attitude towards school, leadership, and her Red Devil pride. Madeline's favorite things about school are playing with her friends at recess and learning new things in math. The Red Devils will receive the ball as the Bearkatz will defend the north end zone.
All right, Red Devil fans, we are here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium for tonight's ball game between the Atkins Red Devils and the Melbourne Bearkatz. I'm Shane Martin, the man that calls all your Red Devil action. I'm joined here with my broadcast partner, Scott Warren. And Scott, here we go. We're going to wrap up the 2022 season and probably see the toughest opponent that we've had this year.
Yeah, this is not an opponent you want to see on your schedule when you're looking for your first win, Shane. This is a Melbourne team that comes in 9-0 on the season, 5-0 in conference. They sit atop. They are one of the best teams in the state of Arkansas in 3A classification. They're, depending on which poll you look at, they're number 3, number 4, and they have just been blowing people out of the water with one exception. They had a real tight game against Lono on the non-conference schedule, but their average margin of victory is 22 points this season. They can really put the points up on the board. So this is going to be a tall task for the Red Devils tonight.
High school athletes performing here tonight.
Yeah, Scott, I mean, we're honoring 6 seniors here tonight on the Atkins Red Devil football team. Carter Cheek, Landon Phillips, Isaac Duval, Eli Baker, Sebastian Bartlett, and Brendan Jones. They're going to wrap up their Red Devil career here tonight, and they're probably going to see their toughest opponent in 3 years here at Atkins. And I mean, but you know what? These guys, we know those 6 guys, and we know the rest of the Red Devil football team is going to go out here tonight, and they're going to give it all they got, like they've been doing all year.
Absolutely, and these seniors, you can't say enough about them, Shane, especially early on this season with the roster numbers as low as they were. These seniors have played hard all year long. They've done a great job, and you know, you'd love to see them leave their last game, their last home game with a win tonight, but it's going to be a challenge facing Melbourne.
All right, Red Devil fans, they're going to do the national anthem, and we're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back here with the kickoff. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3. All right, Red Devil fans, we are back here getting ready for kickoff, and we all got a big jolt right there at the end of the national anthem. Everybody forgot about the National Guards here with their cannon, and we felt the press box shake on that one.
Yeah, this is a kind of a scary place to be when you got a cannon going off down there.
I mean, I don't think the fans or anybody was aware of when it was going to be shot off. We kind of had the heads up on it, but it still made us
surprised. Yeah,
it still made us jump.
Yeah.
Well, fans, like we said, we've talked about here in the pregame, this 2022 season, it has. We've had 16, 17, 18 players. That's been about the average. We've had some injuries. We just didn't have the numbers this year, but I'm telling you, as a media person, and I know, Scott, you'll agree with me, we've called all these games, we've seen these kids. I mean, things haven't gone their way this year, but they never gave up. They played their hardest the whole year.
They have put in a lot of effort, and you can't question their effort. It's been there all year long, and we've talked, every game this season. It seems like we constantly bring up the fact that the breaks just haven't gone our way, and you hope on senior night, last game of the season for these, especially for these 6 seniors going out, that they can get a couple of breaks tonight. And we know they're going to put in a good effort, but this is a good football team they're facing in Melbourne. But we believe the Red Devils are up to the challenge, and we'll see what we can do in just a moment.
2 weeks ago, we had the bye week last week, and 2 weeks ago we were at Yelville, and probably we saw more our most exciting game this year.
Yeah, that was, I think, the most complete game that we've played all year long. At times we've had third quarters have been pretty good. We've had some good moments on special teams. We've also had some bad moments on special teams, but it just seems like we haven't put together a full, complete game. But last week was the closest thing we've had to that, and you saw some really good things out of this Red Devil team. And having the bye week to prepare last week, it's unusual you get that in week 9, but we got that, and now rolling into this last game, this senior night game, you hope you can work on some things this week that might take Melbourne by surprise.
Coach Porter, I kidded around with him. We were talking about what team gets a bye week, in week 9, and he said, well, we didn't have the full 7 conference teams. We had one, so everybody had to draw for a bye week, and he said, I drew week 9. He said, would I'd like to have it earlier? Probably, but, he said it is what it is, and he said got healed up, and he'd give his chance for his 9th graders that moved up, give them another week with them, and got them more acclimated with the senior.
Right, and we saw some good things from them a couple of weeks ago with just one day of practice with this senior high squad, and so it's going to be exciting to see what they can do with a couple of weeks practice under their belts.
Well, Scott, the Red Devils won the toss, but they're deferred to the second half, and we've got Kenny Rivas. He's going to tee it up, 9th grader that has moved up, and we've seen Kenny's leg all year, and it's a pretty impressive leg for a 9th grader.
It is, yeah. Kenny's done a good job kicking for the junior high team all year long, and then last year as well. But we saw him 2 weeks ago kicking for the senior high team, and he does a really good job.
For the Bearkatz, it'll be Bray Carter and Nathan Woodall, and we are underway here. And that's going to be Woodall picking up on about the 18, and Woodall's coming to the middle of the field. Woodall's got a seam, and Woodall is going to be tripped up, and he was tripped up by, that's Tanner Hegeman. Yep. So Hegeman trips him up, but it's good field position for the Bearkatz to start out their first drive.
Yeah, Melbourne going to start just on the other side of the 50, so they'll be right inside Red Devil territory at the 49.
And we've been told when we were getting our notes about this, their quarterback, number 3, Trey Wren, one of the better ball players.
Yeah, and we've already talked about it. This is a good squad all the way around, but I think, as the quarterback, number 3, Trey Wren, is the trigger man and makes it all go.
So Wren is going to open up in shotgun, and we're going to call it the pistol formation. His running back, Robert Langston, is right behind him. He's got trips to the right. And it's going to be a handoff to Langston going over the left side, and Langston's breaking tackles, and he's going to have a first down before Bartlett brings him down. But a couple of Red Devils had a chance after about 5 yards to get him, but he broke tackles.
Yeah, he's a physical runner. We've talked about this, in games previous to this one. It's going to take more than arm tackles to bring him down tonight.
It will be 1st and 10 on the Red Devil 36-yard line. And they're going to keep with the same formation. It is Wren in shotgun, and Langston's in that pistol formation. Wren got trips to the left, and it's going to be the option to the right. Wren's going to tuck it up and keep it, and good tackle there. And that is, I believe that is Lucas Sims. Lucas Sims with a good tackle right there as Wren picks up about 6.
Yeah, it's a good read by Wren, their quarterback, on that option play. Cut it back up inside and managed to pick up about 6 yards before Lucas Sims brought him down.
So it'll be 2nd and 4. Opening drive of the contest. This is the season finale here. Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. Atkins Red Devils in the first meeting ever with the Melbourne Bearkatz. Same formation. This time it's trips to the right. Langston's in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff left side, and good tackle right there. He came right up and filled the hole. And that will be Jaden Martin came up and got Langston.
Got help from Carter Cheek and also from, looked like Landon Seaton in on that tackle.
So it's going to be 3rd and 2 right here for the Bearkatz. Big stand for the defense right here. I'm sure we're in 4-down territory.
Yeah, you would think so, being that the ball is sitting right now on the 28. You think they're going to go for it on 4th if they don't happen to get it. But a good opportunity for the Red Devil defense to stand up here.
It's going to be empty backfield for the Bearkatz. Wren waiting for the snap, takes it. Now he looks. Now it's going to be a quarterback keeper. There was a shot at him, and he's going to pick up the 1st down, but a good job by the Red Devil defense to limit him to about a 2-3 yard gain.
Yeah, I thought there for just a second Jackson Phillips had a shot at him in the backfield, which would have been a huge play. But Wren able to escape and pick up enough for the 1st down to about the 25.
There to help out, along with number 25, Hayden Duval.
So 1st and 10 now for the Bearkatz. And like I said, this is the first meeting ever between Melbourne and Atkins in football. And Scott, Melbourne's only had a program, I think, for like 12
years.
12 years.
Yeah, so they're doing really well.
Yeah, they're up quick.
Yeah.
Wren, empty backfield again. And he's looking out to the left, fires it out to the left. It is complete. And it's going to be a nice tackle there by Eli Baker and Landon Phillips.
Good coverage, good recovery by the Red Devil defense over on that far side.
And that was complete to Grant Wren. So I'm going to probably say that's Trey's brother.
Probably. Some relation.
We'll say cousin or brother. It could go either way.
That play was really well designed and set up well and blocked well, and the Red Devils just rallied to the football to limit the damage on it.
Eli came up and filled the spot really good right there. So we're back to the pistol formation again with Langston right behind Wren. Wren's in the shotgun, and it's going to be handoff up the middle, and there's Langston. Langston's going to have the 1st down, but Landon Seaton pulls him down. You know, Scott, they're getting chunks, and you'd be assuming they might be getting bigger chunks, but the Red Devil defense is closing down quick.
Yeah, doing a really good job. Remember, they started with a very short field. Started with on our 49, so it's been a good drive by Melbourne, but the Red Devil defense has
They're making them earn
really well.
They're making them earn this, and you're doing a good job. Same formation. Langston right behind Wren. Wren in the shotgun. And he's going to fire out to Grant. And Grant Wren's going to... Eli Baker's holding on. And Eli's going to pull him down right at the 1st down marker. It's a good open field tackle because it was 1-on-1 out there.
Yeah, and if Eli Baker didn't make that tackle, Wren goes in for a touchdown there, but able to pull him down at about the 2-yard line.
So it is 1st and goal on about the, we're going to call it the 3-yard line. Here is Wren. Wren hands off Langston. Langston goes over the right side into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearkatz.
Melbourne, number 34, Robert Langston.
So Langston goes in from 2 yards out with 7:54 here in the 1st. and we saw a kicker. Yeah, they're setting up for the extra point, and it will be Fernando Ventura on the extra point. Scott, this is really rare to see extra points on our field, isn't it?
It is.
And kick is good right down the middle. So with that, we will take a break. Red Devils trail 7-0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle. Back. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. Melbourne Bearkatz take the opening kickoff and go 48 yards for their first touchdown of the game. Like I said off the air, Scott, you said, you made the comment, it's a good offensive drive. Just as much as it was a good offensive drive, it was really a good defense. They scored, but Red Devils made them hurt.
Yeah, they made it difficult for Melbourne, but Melbourne just did a lot of things really well on that drive. Didn't get any really huge plays. The Red Devils limited that, but just moved the ball methodically down the field and put 7 points on the board on their first drive.
All right, here's Ventura's kick, and it's going to be taken by Hayden Duval on the 5. Hayden, who's had success this year on his kickoff returns, and boy, he was a spin away, Scott.
One man
He
away.
was a spin away right there from breaking it, and apparently Melbourne didn't scout who to kick to.
No, they kicked it right to him, and we haven't seen that since, week 3?
Right.
Everybody's been kicking away from him since then.
But we could see it right there, one man, and Hayden's off and running.
Yeah, he spun out of one tackle, and he spun right into another one. Like you said, he was one spin, one jab step away from breaking that one and possibly taking it to the house.
So the Red Devils open up. Jaden Martin at quarterback. Hayden Duval will be in the backfield with him. We have trips to the left. And Lucas Sims is split out to the right. Jaden takes it, handoff. Hayden's going to have 3 or 4 right there on the first carry. Positive yards, always good on that first carry.
It looks like they're going to give him the 30-yard line, which would be a gain of 3. So good get ahead of the chains and not have a negative play to start the drive.
Our offensive line for the Red Devils is Colin Brown, J.J. Cunningham, Carter Cheek, Landon Seaton, and Connor Norman. Who really, the offensive line last couple of games is really shown improvement.
Yeah, they've played really well last couple of games.
Martin takes a snap, fakes it, quarterback keeper up the middle. Martin, he's trying to pull the pile, and he's going to get about 3 right there. So a very manageable third down right here.
Yeah, third and, depending on where they spot it, third and about 4, which is a makeable third down situation.
Robert Langston, number 34, at the bottom of the pile for the Bearkatz to bring up third.
So it is third down and 4 on the Red Devil 33-yard line. Trips to the left. Duval in the backfield. Martin takes a snap, looks, fires, and that ball looked like it was batted at the line.
It was deflected. I think number 72, Sawyer Hoskins, got his hands on that for the Bearkatz. He was coming in quick on the rush there, and I think he just got his hand up and got a piece of it.
So it is 4th down and 4 for the Red Devils. Duval's in the backfield with Martin. And, hey, we got that old cadence call right there.
And Carson Davis a little eager to try to get a shot at the quarterback, and he jumped off sides, and that'll be a first down for the Red Devils.
So 1st and 10. Red Devils keep this drive going. 6:25 left here in the first. Red Devils trail 7-0. So 1st and 10 now for the Red Devils. Dawson Killer along with Landon Phillips and Drake Reinhardt are split out to the left. Lucas Sims to the right. And looks like it's going to be an empty backfield for Jaden as Hayden Duval's in the slot. And Martin rolls out to the left. He's looking, and he fires it, and he's got a man, and it was broken up there by Nathan Woodall, but he had a man for a minute. Ball kind of floated on him.
Yeah, maybe just a second late with that throw. Ball kind of hung up in the air. And Woodall had a chance to pick it off. Fortunately, all he did was just knock it down.
So it is now 2nd and 10. I mean, good looking play, rolled out, and his ball just floated up there, and it gave Woodall that break. Lucky it wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, he made a good break on the ball too.
Oh no, here we go. We saw this 2 weeks ago with snap problems, but Jaden's going to fall on it, and this is a thing that really, really got us at Yellville. It cost us a couple of drives when things were going well, and the snap issues.
Yeah, snap sailing over the quarterback's head. That you're right, Shane. We had some positive things going at Yellville, and a couple of errant snaps just kind of took the wind out of the Red Devil sails, and it can do it in a hurry, and that puts us in a really bad situation here, 3rd and about 23.
Right. You know, we made that comment at Yellville. Jaden was jumping on every snap.
Yeah.
And here he's dropping straight back this time, and he's going to be pressured, and he's just going to take the sack right there as Carson Davis came in there.
22, Carson Davis on the quarterback sack.
You know, Jay,
4th down for the Red Devils.
it is bad. It's a sack. You're 4th and 28, but I do like that Jaden didn't do anything risky. He took the sack. I mean,
He didn't just throw the ball up for
Yeah.
grabs, and you can punt the ball away here rather than giving him a chance to intercept it and run it back.
well, look who's punting for us. It's Mr. Cole Crawford is now in to punt. 9th grader who punted for the junior high and gets the kickoff. Looks like one of those that's going to roll, and it's going to get right about where they started on their first drive.
Yeah, about the 49.5, not quite the midfield, but that's where Melbourne's going to take over.
So, Scott, you hate that on your first drive. You picked up a first down. You picked up some, had some positive yards and stuff, and then there's that play that we always talk about every game. It just, in that first half.
Yeah, and you hope you can put that behind you, and the defense can come up with a stop here and get the ball back and give your offense a chance to really move the ball and sustain a drive and get some points on the board.
So 1st and 10 now for the Bearkatz, and Wren is in shotgun formation. Langston is in that pistol formation right behind Wren. And Wren taking a shot down the left sideline. He's got a man, and he overshoots him right there. Eli Baker was on Grant Wren, and they kind of checked up on each other about the 20, and no call, and
Pass is incomplete.
Eli snuck one in there.
Yeah, Eli kind of checked in a little bit there, but I think maybe some confusion on the receiver part from Melbourne. He didn't really look like he knew where the ball was going to end up.
So it will be 2nd and 10 here on the 49, trips to the right. Now Langston has moved up to the left of Wren. It's going to be a handoff. Langston coming over the right side, and Langston broke one tackle. Good job by the Red Devil defense right there as they came up, gained tackled right there. Lucas Sims, and let's see, Hayden Duval along with Landon Seaton. Good game tackling right there because Langston, look, credit, he's a stocky looking running back.
Yeah, physical running back, and the Red Devils did a good job of just stringing him out and waiting for help to get there. Didn't give him the cutback lane, and brought him out to this near side, and they were able to rally and make a tackle there.
So it is 3rd and 7. Red Devil D trying to make a stand right here. Trips to the left. Langston's in the backfield. And Wren's going to fire it out to Grant Wren. And good tackle by Jaden Martin right there. Good tackle, but Eli Baker come up and held him up.
Yeah, Eli turned him back inside, and Jaden was there to finish it off. So it prevents them from making the first down and puts them in a 4th and about 5 here. So good opportunity for the Red Devil defense to stand tall and
Big momentum play right here.
Big play.
Yeah, big momentum play right here. If you hold them right here, you're going to have good field position and have that good feeling right there. I'm pretty sure Langston's probably going to get it here.
I would bet on it.
Wren takes the snap. And no, it's going to be a quarterback keeper this time. Red Devil defense trying to string it out, but boy, Wren, he got through it. We're going to have a flag.
I think somebody got hold of a face mask there.
Okay.
Should just be the 5-yard variety.
Brought down by Drake Reinhardt with the flag back at the 40.
So it is. It's the oops, I'm sorry. The oops, I'm sorry face mask.
The old incidental face mask.
You know, good play call there. You know, you either give it to Wren, you give it to Langston, and but Red Devil defense looked like they had it strung out and stuff, but Wren shot through a crack.
Right, yeah, he didn't need much room at all. Once he found a hole, he got through it in a hurry.
Empty backfield, 1st and 10 on the Red Devil 30. Wren looking over the defense now, takes the snap, going to be quarterback keeper up the middle. Wren got a little bit of room, going to be close to the 21.
Troy Wren on the quarterback keeper.
Sebastian Bartlett along with Hayden Duval on the stop, and oh, you hate to see that. That's that ankle that Hayden's been dealing with all year.
Yeah, just a nagging high ankle sprain that Hayden has been plagued with all year long. And you know, we've seen him come up Gimpy a few times throughout the season, and he's a tough kid. He's been able to walk it off and kind of loosen it up and get back out there, and hope he can do that tonight.
So it is 2nd and 2 now for the Bearkatz. Empty backfield again for Wren. And Wren fires out, and that is complete to Bray Carter. Bray Carter tries to break one tackle, he does. Bartlett's trying to hold on. Carter's still running tough. And he's finally brought down by Mason Martin, the 9th grader. Bartlett was still holding on, and Sebastian helped bring him down. But, you know, impressive catch and run there by Bray Carter as he broke a couple of tackles.
Yeah, he was able to get away from Eli Baker, the initial Red Devil there, to make first contact. And then, like you said, Sebastian Bartlett grabbed on. And Mason Martin, who just came in for Hayden Duval, who came off injured, able to drive him out of bounds there inside the 5.
So it will be 1st and goal just inside the 5-yard line. Langston's in the backfield with Wren. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way. And Wren slips down, but Jaden Martin makes sure that he stayed down. And really no gain on the play right there.
Yeah, good job by the defense diagnosing that play. They were the reason that Wren slipped down is because the hole he was intending to run through was plugged with Red Devils, and he tried to cut back, and I think he just realized he wasn't going to be able to get anywhere, and he kind of laid down there and waited for somebody to come up to him.
So we're looking at 2nd and goal, still just they moved it back to the 5 now. So 2nd and goal, and that is Logan Say that has moved into the slot position. Langston. Wren fires, and it is caught. Touchdown as he completes the pass to Grant Wren. So 1:04 left here in the 1st, and the Bearkatz have got on the board for the 2nd time with a 5-yard touchdown pass. We're under a minute left here, and Ventura will be setting up for the extra point. And low snap, but he gets the kick up, and the kick is good. So it's 14-0, and with that, we'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. 21 seconds left here in the 1st quarter. Bearkatz get on the board for the 2nd time this quarter. A 5-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Trey Wren to number 10, Brent Wren. Don't know if it's a cousin or a brother. May not even be related at all. Who knows? But
Could be one of those Forrest Gump situations. We are not relations.
But anyway, it is 14-0 here in the first, and Ventura has it teed up. And Mason Martin has now dropped deep to take for Hayden Duval. It is senior night here for the Red Devils, as this is game 10 and the final game of the regular season. Ventura's kick, and Martin's going to take it on about the 3. Martin looking for a hole, and Martin gets to the sideline. Martin, and we've got a flag as Martin gets to about the 35 where he's knocked out of bounds, and a flag went up about the 30.
35-yard line, there is a flag.
Yeah, and usually on a kick return, punt return, kickoff return, flags like that are never a good sign. They seldom work out for the receiving team.
You are correct, and it's probably going to be I'll go on limb, blocking the back.
Pretty good chance that's what it is. Lengthy discussion
It
here by the
is.
officials.
It is for a kickoff return. It is a lengthy discussion.
And I have seen them, when they discuss it like this for this long, wave it off. So hopefully that's what happens here.
Or they could be talking about dinner plans after the game.
It could be, I just checked the radar, and the yellow and red stuff is approaching, so I hope they limit their discussion.
Yes. Hey,
Wave it
Scott,
off.
you get, and if you pick B on the multiple choice, you win tonight with the waving it off.
Door number 2.
So it is 1st and 10 for the Red Devils on their own 34-yard line. First quarter action, and like you made the comment, we do have weather rolling into the state. Everybody knows and everybody's aware. So actually, fingers crossed, how much of the game can you get in?
Yeah, that's the reason we moved the start up to 5:30, try to get it in before the worst of the weather hits.
So Jaden Martin will be in shotgun. Oh, we've got Jaden Martin and Cole Crawford. Which one is going to take the snap? It is going to be Cole Crawford. Crawford rolls back and he fires back. It is complete. And Sims is going to get up to the 40-yard line.
Cole Crawford's pass.
So a different look here. We're going to see the ninth grade quarterback come in, and our senior high quarterback's going to slot. But that's going to bring it into the first quarter here at Lemley Field. It is 14-0 Melbourne over your Red Devils. We'll take a 30-second break and be back here on 99.3 The Eagle. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. Second quarter fixing to get underway here. Red Devils trail 14-0. This is senior night, final game of the regular season. We are honoring 6 seniors here tonight: Carter Cheek, Landon Phillips, Isaac Duval, Eli Baker, Sebastian Bartlett, and Brendan Jones. And Scott, all 6 seniors have played about every down and every play this year.
Yeah, the only exception to that would be Braden Jones, who went down in the College Christian game and missed a couple of games there. And these guys have played a lot of snaps this year and done a really good job in spite of some difficult situations and circumstances they've been faced with.
Red Devils start out 2nd and 4 here on their own 40, and Crawford is staying in the quarterback, and Jaden Martin has taken tailback position. It's going to be a handoff to Martin, and Martin's pushing ahead, maybe a yard by the side judge over there.
Martin on the carry.
As
72
Sawyer Hoskins makes the stop. And Scott, you probably wouldn't play Crawford this early, but with Hayden Duval going down, Coach Porter probably thought, hey, this is a good time to take a look at this.
Right, and Jaden has run the ball well from the quarterback position all season long, so it makes sense to move him to tailback or to the running back in a pistol formation, whatever it may be. So this move makes a lot of sense.
Crawford with Martin in the backfield. Crawford rolling to the left. Here comes pressure, and he fires, and it's incomplete right there as it was intended for Landon Phillips. And Scott, if you notice, you talk about the defense daring us. I mean, man-to-man coverage, everybody is up right here at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's press coverage for sure.
There is nobody deep. It is.
If you can get a receiver with a step or two on the defender, you might have something here.
So it is 4th and 3 now for the Red Devils, and Crawford is dropping back in punt formation. And Crawford's kick, nice high kick, and going to be fair caught at the 29-yard line by Bray Carter. But good kick, good coverage kick.
Yeah, it gives your punt team a chance to get down and cover the kick return. So good job by Cole there, giving our guys a chance to make a play.
So it is 1st and 10 now for the Bearkats. We can, for the first time in the game, honestly say worst field position they've had.
Yeah, they've started about midfield both of their drives previous to this one, so give them a little longer field to work with here.
So 1st and 10 on their own 29, and Wren in shotgun for it. Well, pistol formation. Langston staying right behind him. And it's going to be handoff Langston over the right side. Langston's got a hole, boy. He gets past the 25-yard line, and he just shoved Jackson Phillips straight to the ground. That's stiff arm right there.
Yeah. And that play is really well blocked by Melbourne. If you watch the offensive line, the way they're playing, they're pulling a guy from the left side and goes over and is the lead blocker for the running back, and everybody just gets a hat on a hat and creates a lane. And like you said, that their running back is very physical too.
Wren, shotgun formation. Langston's in the backfield with him. Fake to Langston, fires out and complete to Bray Carter. And Bray Carter's going to have the first down. And Red Devils finally bringing down Connor Norman along with Drake Reinhardt, but they're going to get up to the Bearcat 48-yard line.
The first down to the Bearcats.
So 10:23 left here in the first half. 14-0 Bearcats over the Red Devils.
At their own 48.
Melbourne with a 2nd 3 on that play. They'll pick up 12. Get it out to midfield.
They're staying in that pistol formation with Langston staying right behind Wren. And Wren is in shotgun. And this time it's going to be the option. And Wren is going to cut it up. Good play by the Red Devil defense. Read that option, strung it out good, and Connor Norman stayed with the quarterback and brings him down.
Connor Norman.
Wren didn't have a lot to do with the ball there.
No, he didn't know if he wanted to pinch or not. And he thought, well, because Red Devil, Connor stayed with Wren, and then the outside containment was staying with Langston.
Yeah, it was really good discipline there by the Red Devils defense.
So it's going to be pick up a 3, 2nd and 7 on the Red Devil 49-yard line. Bearcats leading 14-0. Langston in the backfield right behind Wren. Wren takes a snap, looking to the right, and fires complete. Nice open field tackle. Lucas Sims came up, wrapped him up, because let's be honest, Woodall is probably racing down the sideline right now. But good open field tackle.
Yeah, great open field tackle by Lucas. Like you said, he saved what would have been a sure 6 points there, because Woodall had nobody if he's able to get around Lucas Sims.
Scott, we've talked about it this year. Red Devils have had trouble in open field tackling, but they're doing a pretty good job here in the first half. Wren takes it, hands off Langston. Boy, Langston's running like a truck right through that right side. He's going to have the first down and be brought down on about the 37-yard line. But you could just see when he took the handoff, it looked like a steam engine going through there.
Yeah, he goes 0 to 60 pretty quick, and Landon Phillips was there to meet him, and he spun out of Landon's attempted tackle and picked up about 8 more yards after that, giving Melbourne another first down.
8.5 left here in the first half. Red Devils trail 14-0. Wren And this time Langston's lined up to the left of him. He's got twins to the right. And this time it's going to be the quarterback keeper going up left side. Big hole for Wren. Wren's going to have one man to beat, but a good open field tackle there as Mason Martin brings him down, saves a touchdown right there. But it will be 1st and 10 on the Red Devil. We're going to say about 13-yard line. But really, once again, I mean, Wren's off to the races, but Martin brings him down.
Yeah, a lot of room up the middle for Wren to run, and Mason Martin was the one who prevented it from scoring there.
Shotgun pistol formation now as Langston is right behind Wren. Twins to the right. And handoff, Langston going over right side. He's got a hold. Now he cuts it back up the middle, and they're going to give him the touchdown right there as he fell across. As he runs tough. And that is going to be a touchdown from about 13 yards out.
Yeah, what I noticed on that run, Shane, is he had the opportunity to bounce out to the right side, and that's what a lot of running backs would be tempted to do because you think there's plenty of open room over there. But his blockers were ahead of him, and he was just really patient and tucked in behind his blockers and followed them all the way to the goal line.
You know, you hit a good note right there. Wren and Langston both do a good job of reading their blockers. Here's the extra point, Ventura, and it's good. So our score is now 21-0 Melbourne. With that, we'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle. Back All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium, senior night here, game 10. This will conclude the regular season for the Red Devils. And they trail 21-0 to the Melbourne Bearkatz. And like we said in the pregame, rated number 3 in most of the polls. A very, very good football team that has a chance to make a decent run in the 3A state playoffs.
Yeah, from what we've seen tonight in just a little less than a quarter and a half, they are by far the best team we've played all year long. We've played some really good teams. They
very sound, very fundamental.
Yeah, played really good fundamental football on both sides of the ball.
Ventura, that wind is picking up. We can see the flag over there blowing, and that's like the second time the football has done the old Charlie Brown fall off.
Yeah, they're going to hold it now for Ventura.
And Ventura's kick is going to be taken, and that is Sebastian Bartlett coming around the right side. Bartlett, and he's going to be brought down just across the 20 there, and that's Bray Carter.
Carter Bray. Red Devils start 1st and 10.
Anyway, so it's 1st and 10 for the Red Devils here. 7:25 left here in the first half. We want to invite everybody, and we can't thank Thrive Mortgage enough for having our Thrive Mortgage players of the game this year. Jennifer Taylor, can't thank her enough for sponsoring that for the Thrive Mortgage Company. And we will have our final Thrive Mortgage player of the game after the conclusion of this. Crawford is staying in at quarterback, and Jaden Martin's going to take over in the tailback position. Snap to Crawford. Crawford looking. Crawford fires down deep in the middle of the field. Oh, he had Hegeman. He just led Hegeman a little too much. And we've seen that a lot this year in junior high because if Hegeman catches it, you're not catching Hegeman.
Yeah, those two have hooked up for a lot of touchdowns in junior high action this year. Cole had to climb the pocket a little bit, had pressure coming from the outside, and I think maybe that just kind of messed up his timing just a little bit. He probably wanted to hold on to that ball for another second before he let it go and give Tanner a chance to run under it, but just wasn't able to complete that pass. You mentioned it a while ago, Shane, they were playing press coverage. Tanner was able to get behind them. If that pass had been completed, nobody is going to catch
No.
number 11.
No, Tanner has that breakaway speed. Crawford takes the snap, rolling. Now he's going to throw it back, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage as it was set up for Reinhardt, and we've seen that play work over the last couple of weeks.
Reinhardt is broken up by number 5.
We talked about how fundamentally sound Melbourne is, and that's another example that this is the second time we've seen them knock a pass down, and a good defense will do that. If they can't get to the quarterback, they'll get their hands up and try to affect the pass, and they've done that a couple of times now.
Just looking at their defensive line, Scott, that is a very solid, big defensive line.
Yeah, they're not huge. I mean, they're not particularly big.
well,
They're just
stocky.
They're they're built well, and they're obviously coached very well.
And here's Crawford, third down. Rolling, fires, and he overshoots his man as it was intended for Hageman, and it'll be fourth down right now. And I think if you're a ninth grader and you got inserted into that senior high game and you're playing the number 3 team in the state, you know you got to have some adrenaline going. And they just, Shane, he just needs, I called him by his dad's name. Cole just needs to just calm down.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he will.
He will.
But his dad's not listening. And Crawford's kick, this time it's going to take the sideway roll and going to be stopped on about the Red Devil 44-yard line. Well, no, Shane's not shy for the recognition. He'll appreciate that his name got thrown out over the radio.
He may have trademarked his name, so you may owe him some money for mentioning it.
I don't know. He ain't trademarked the famous first and 0.
Not yet.
Not yet. So here we go. 7:04 left. Red Devils, Bearkatz, are on the Red Devil 43-yard line, and it's empty backfield for Wren. And takes a snap, drop it straight back. He has plenty of time, and still plenty of time. And now he's going to have to scramble a little bit. Pressure's coming, and he's going to end up throwing it away as pressure finally got to him, and Jackson Phillips had his jersey, but he was able to get the pass away.
Yeah, saved a big loss there. Jackson, as you said, had him by the jersey. Isaac Duval was closing fast from the backside with pursuit, and Wren doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and he didn't make one there. Like I said, he got it off, got the pass off, and for an incompletion to keep it at 10 yards on the second down.
We're going to have trips to the left. Langston is in the I don't think that is Langston. I think that's Brayton. It's going to be number 11. I have to tell you who that is in a minute. Wren fires deep down the left sideline. He has Grant, and it goes through Grant's hands right there as Drake Reinhardt had pretty good coverage on him.
Number 10, Grant ran.
It's Tanner Williams that was lined up in the running back position. So Langston's out and Tanner Williams is in. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 right now. 21-0, Melbourne leading the Red Devils. It's going to be empty backfield for Wren. Wren, shotgun formation, and it's going to be that quarterback keeper, and Wren, he's going to pick up the first down and more, and boy, Reinhardt's holding on to him, and going to find him, pull him down inside the 5 with Eli Baker helping him, but good read there on the hold by Wren, and he picked up a big chunk right there.
He did, and that's one of the maybe the biggest play that the Red Devil defense has given up so far in terms of yardage. For the most part, done a really good job of keeping Melbourne's offense in check, just making them really earn the points they have on the board and the first downs that they've gotten. But that time, Wren able to get out of the pocket, make a good read, and pick up a big chunk of yardage.
So it will be 1st and goal on the 3 for the Bearkatz. And Langston has checked back into the game. Wren, shotgun formation. And it's going to be a inside draw right there. And we got a fumble into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown as Bray Carter fumbled it, but he was the one that recovered it. And Does that not speak for the luck we've had this year?
That's kind of how the season has gone. He
So-
force a fumble, they fall on it in the end zone for a touchdown.
Carter goes in from 3 yards out for the Bearkatz. And here's Ventura in for his 4th extra point attempt. He's 3 for 3 on the night. And low snap again, but their holder does a good job, gets it up, and the kick is good. So it's now 28-0. With that, we'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle. All right, Red Devil fans, we are back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. 28-0 now, Melbourne over the Red Devils, and 6:07 left here in the first half, and weather is still holding off. Very, very cloudy, very overcast. Wind is picking up and then dying down, playing tricks out here. Scott, we start basketball season next week too. I mean, we go from one to the other.
Yeah, Monday kicks off the season for the junior high, 7th grade junior high. We'll travel Sacred Heart.
And it is onside kick there. And recovered by the Red Devils, and Landon Satan was just laying on top of it.
He tried to scoop it, and it got past his hands, and he ended up just falling on it. And I think there was a scramble in the pile for the ball, but Landon was able to just stay on top.
So was that an intentional onside kick?
Well,
I want to think not.
I don't think Ventura would miss strike one that badly, given the way he's been kicking the ball. So makes you wonder.
Anyway, so Jaden Martin is now back at quarterback, and Hayden Duval is back in, and Hayden's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. Barely got the handoff right there as Langston wrapped him up.
Along with 22, Carson Davis.
Yeah, Melbourne had 2 or 3 defenders in the backfield at the snap. Like you said, Hayden did a good job just to be able to secure the handoff from Jaden Martin, and lost a couple there on first down.
So it is now 2nd and 12 for the Red Devils on their own 47-yard line, 28-0. Bearkatz, and Jaden Martin's dropping straight back. It's going to be the screen. He gets it dumped off, and when you talk about a disciplined defense, right there, as soon as he caught it,
Jace Rush.
golly, he was right there.
Yeah.
Number 25, Hayden Duval.
So, you know, if you're Hayden Duval 2 plays, you've really got to know the Melbourne defense.
Yeah, first play loss of 2. Second time he touched the ball, loss of 3. And all of a sudden you're looking at 3rd and 15.
But he's not even had time to react.
Right. Yeah, he can't even, on that play, he was looking back at the quarterback when he caught the pass and didn't even have a chance to turn around.
So you're now looking at 3rd and 15, trips to the left, Duval's in the backfield, and Martin takes it. Martin fires deep down the right side. He's got a man. It's caught by Reinhardt to the 20-yard line. Martin put that up and dropped it in perfect to Reinhardt. And Reinhardt is shaken up on that play. So the Red Devils had their biggest play of the night right there. And Scott, I want to say that Drake looked like he may have landed on the football, maybe knocked his breath out.
That's kind of what I was thinking. You know, he's being helped up now, so hopefully that's all it was. Just get the wind knocked out of him.
Reinhardt appears to be okay.
So Reinhardt makes it off the field now, and it's 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. And you know, going back to the pass, that's just the progression we've seen from Jaden this year. He put it up and just put enough lob under it and dropped it right in.
Yeah, he gave Drake a chance to run under that. You know, the temptation is to try to throw it with some velocity on the ball in that situation when you got pressure coming at you, and he was able to just get enough air under it to allow Reinhardt to make the catch. And it was a big play for the Red Devils.
Empty backfield for Jaden. Jaden Martin fires deep to the left side. Oh, Landon was open, but Jaden just fired it a little bit too far ahead. Landon Phillips had beaten his man on that route, but just led him a little too much. We'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Red Devils. 4:24 left here in the first half. Red Devils trailing 28-0 to the Melbourne Bearkatz.
And Shane, I know a touchdown at this point would make it, you're still looking at a 3-score deficit, but to put points on the board here on this drive would have to do wonders for the Red Devils.
Martin fires across the middle. It goes incomplete as he was trying to hit Dawson Killer coming across the middle, and it goes incomplete, and it will bring up 3rd and 10. You're kind of thinking there with a running quarterback like Martin, if they're pressing man-to-man like that one of these, if receivers take their men out on the routes, that Martin might could find a hole.
Right, and they've been, from the edge of their defense, they've been bringing pressure along that line, so that might open up some room to run as well.
Martin fires again, and it is, Mason Martin tried to bring it in.
Martin's pass intended for Mason Martin goes
And that right there we can't say was the brother connection, but Mason tried to pull it in with one arm, gave it a good effort right there, wasn't able to, so they'll bring it 4th and 10 now.
What I was just talking about, the play before that, they brought pressure from that edge over there, and that affected Jaden's timing on that just a little bit.
So 4th and 10, trips to the left. Hayden Duval in the backfield with Martin. Martin takes the snap. Pressure's coming from the left side, but Martin fires. And our guy fell down. It was Reinhardt, had lost his footing down there on the 5-yard line and wasn't able to get back up in time. So Red Devils will turn it over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bearkatz. .11 left, 1st and 10 on the 20. 28-0 as it's been 4 drives, 4 scores for the Bearkatz. But we can say that Red Devil defense has made them earn, I know, nearly all the drives.
Yeah.
They haven't had the big play. Wren fires out into the flat. It is complete, and Landon Phillips brings him down. Good tackle right there, and that is complete to Sean Wortham.
Was number 5, Landon Phillips.
Landon Phillips makes the stop. It's going to be a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
3.5 left here in the first half, 28-0. And we're going to have a stoppage. Referee was signaling. Got some substitutions in now, and we are ready to go. Empty backfield for Wren. Wren, drop it straight back, fires across the middle. It is complete as the man was wide open. Gets all the way out to the 50. That is Chase Bean on the reception. Reinhardt brings him down, and he was wide open, Scott.
There is a flag.
We have a flag.
25-yard line.
I think that's going to be against Melbourne.
So it is. They are backing up.
Ineligible receiver.
We're going to have an
downfield.
ineligible receiver downfield. So, first thing that Melbourne's done wrong tonight.
Yeah, that wipes a big play off the board.
It does. As their receiver came across the middle and he was wide open. He gets out to the 50, but now they are back on their own 21 with a second down and a 9. 3:18 left in the first half. Trey Wren is your quarterback for the Bearkatz. He's in shotgun formation. Takes the snap, fakes it, rolling out to the left, fires into the flat. It's complete, and good tackle there by Reinhardt as he was holding on. Then help came to bring him down. Good game tackling there by the Red Devils, but it is complete to Chase Bean.
Along with Sebastian Bartlett.
Connor Norman was putting pressure on Trey Wren in the backfield there.
And number 70, Connor Norman.
So 2.5 left here in the first half, and it's 3rd and 3 now for the Bearkatz. Now, Wren has running backs on both sides. Langston. And this is going to be a handoff to Wren. And Wren is off and running. And Scott, he may not be caught, but Landon Phillips is trying. And we've got touchdown, as I never saw a side judge marking him out of bounds, and Grant Wren takes it to the house.
The side judge was well behind the play, and all he was doing was watching to see if he stayed in bounds, and he signaled that he stayed in bounds,
Okay.
and finally we got a touchdown signal from the back judge.
So Grant Wren goes about 75 yards right there for the score. And here's Ventura for the extra point. And it is good. And with that, it is 35-0 Melbourne, and we will take a 30-second break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium, 2:06 left here in the first half. It is 35-0 Melbourne over your Atkins Red Devils. And that was the biggest play of the night. I mean, all their touchdowns they've had to earn with inside the red zone. That one went 75 yards.
Yeah, 3rd and 3, and you take it 75 yards to the house. And we were talking off the air, that play was it was very well blocked, very well executed. Of course, it doesn't hurt that Wren is a pretty good runner when he gets the ball.
Yeah. Ventura has it teed up, and it's going to be just a little pooch kick, and the Red Devils just I don't know what happened right there.
He just hit the soft spot, and nobody fell on it for the Red Devils. So Melbourne able to recover. Red Devil 40.
1st and 10 for the Bearkatz, as there was 2 Red Devils just right there and just watched it and just, didn't react. So that's one of the mental mistakes that you can't afford to make against a team like Melbourne.
Right.
So Wren is back in his shotgun formation. And it's going to be a fake to Langston. Wren looking, fires to the right, complete to Bean. And he's going to be
Bean on the receiving end.
right at the first down marker. Sims knocked him out of bounds.
Brought down on the far
And it
side
will be
by number 5,
2nd and 1. 2nd and 1
1.
for the Bearkats.
Almost had a second zero there.
Well, I was told by Mr. Crawford we're not allowed to give that out on the visiting possessions.
That's home team only.
Yeah, it's home team possession.
I missed that memo.
Empty backfield now for Wren. Wren dropping straight back, looking to the left, and he's going to fire deep down the left, and it's going to be juggled and caught on the 1 yard line as Bray Carter just he juggled it and pulled it in at the 1.
Where Eli Baker makes the stop.
I thought Eli had a chance to break it up.
I did too, and I'm not so sure he didn't get his hand on the ball, but and that may be why the receiver juggled the ball there on the goal line. But
it floated up there enough, and I thought Eli had a chance at it.
Yeah, Carter Cheek was putting pressure on and got his hand up, and I think maybe affected the throw a little bit. But again, I think Eli Baker may have tipped that ball as he was trying to make a play on it there at the 1. But good play by the Melbourne receiver just to keep his concentration and come down with catch.
And here's Langston, and Langston walks into the end zone, touchdown.
Touchdown,
Bearkats,
Bearkats, number 34, Robert Langston.
making the score 41-0. And the clock is, they've stopped it here for the extra point. Ventura comes in. This should be the final play. And the kick is good. And that makes our score 42-0 here in the first half. Bearkats
Until halftime, it's now
over the Red Devils.
Melbourne 42, Atkins 0.
And I thought, okay, 8 seconds left. So we'll keep it right here as we will have to kick it off. And Scott, it's getting really dark to that north.
Yeah, it looks like the storms are getting a little bit closer to us. Haven't seen any lightning yet.
Yeah, I know. That's what we're watching. It's 42-0, 8 seconds left, and Ventura will tee it up for the Bearkats. Like we said, basketball season will be starting next week. Get underway. Junior high kicks off Monday with 7th grade, and then senior high girls will be in Lamar in a classic Tuesday night against County Line. And then Carlisle will be coming in Thursday night for senior high action. And once again, that little side kick, and this time the proper fair catch call. And the Red Devils will
Landon Phillips with the fair
take
catch.
possession. 7 seconds left. That was pretty emphatic fair catch wave there by Landon.
Yeah, Landon didn't leave any doubt about that. You know, somebody watching this or listening to this, you might be thinking, you know, you're up 35-0. They made that same kick before. You're up 42-0 now. Why are you kicking that? This is a team that is getting ready for the playoffs, and they want to make a deep run, and so you got to think they're going to be working on some things that may benefit them a little later on as they make a playoff run.
Well, that's going to bring the end to the first half. Red Devils trail 42-0, and we're going to take a break, and then I'm going to be joined by Trey Johnson, the Hector live streaming voice of the Hector Wildcats. He's going to be on here, and we're going to talk a little bit of playoff football for the area teams. So we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back here at Lemley Field. Red Devils trail 42-0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle. Back in 2 minutes. Sorrels Stadium. It is 42-0. Melbourne Bearkatz over your Atkins Red Devils, and the game, we did start at 5:30 tonight because we have some weather rolling in tonight, and we're trying to get in as much as we can and try to give the visiting Melbourne fans and their football team and cheerleaders a chance to get out of Dodge before the storms do roll in. So we apologize if you thought you were just joining us. We tried to let everybody know in time that kickoff was moved up, and right now Red Devils are trailing 42-0 at the half to a very, very good Melbourne football team. I'm joined here at half here by Trey Johnson, and Trey is what I'm going to call the voice of the Hector Wildcats. He runs their live stream production and stuff in Hector, and Trey, appreciate you joining me here.
Forbidden door is open, as they would say in wrestling. I know you're a wrestling fan. That's
I know.
why I decided to bring that up.
I haven't had I always get one WWE call tonight, and I haven't got it in yet tonight. I'm looking for that right moment, but Trey, I feel like we've worked together before.
It was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Shane. Yeah, we dealt with the same people, at least one, and won't bring up any names. Don't have to.
But I've been very impressed. As we take on different covering schools and stuff, and now you get to observing other schools, how they do things and stuff like that. And I've got to witness y'all's and stuff, and y'all do a very good job up there. And I know you're like us; it's still a trial and error. You're trying to figure out how to bring the best coverage to the school.
Yeah. When Hector first approached me and asked me about doing it, it's like, okay, well, I've watched other people do it, and I'm not real sure of myself if I can make that kind of thing happen or not. But after doing the first couple of games, we just finally settled in. Me and Dalton settled into a rhythm. We're not ESPN caliber callers by any means. And earlier today, like I had gotten a message last night about going up there and doing the blue and white game for basketball, and I got up there and it was just me.
Right.
I'm up there by myself running a camera, having to sit there and talk, and I'm not a basketball caller. I told you earlier, like I said, I'm still in football mode. So I told those people watching, I said, I'm sorry, this is horrible.
It's part of it, and it's a trial and error, and we're learning here, and you just whatever you can to bring that school's giving people a chance to hear it and watch it.
Oh yeah.
It's the way it is now, and there's a lot of people I know at Hector that appreciate the effort that y'all do, and all the links that y'all go to and stuff. And y'all have a bye week. Your bye week comes here at the end of the year, and I know a lot of teams are going to be playoff bound next week and stuff. And talk a little bit about where Hector's going to be going.
Well, see, like for the last few weeks, I've been saying that I would have liked to have seen Hector go and play Desart. I have reasons, but Desart and EPC played Mark Tree. Mark Tree and EPC played last night, and ended up EPC won that one. So but Desart has a tiebreaker over them. Right. So it's looking like we're going to be heading to Lepanto next week, and I'm not thrilled about it. But
well, I know it's an Eastern trip, and we've been making Eastern trips. I know y'all made some Eastern trips. I know it's just we've all got our frequent flyer miles in this football season, and I know we're gonna be rooting for y'all. And we always let you know when you don't make it to the playoffs, you always want your county teams, root for them and hope for the best for them. I know y'all are in it. Going to be correct. Pottsville's going to be going, and
Pottsville, Hector, and Russellville.
Russellville will be. I think Russellville's going to, if I'm correct, I saw they're going to be going to West Memphis or somewhere down there.
I haven't seen that, but like as far as talking about me and you working together, and this was something here right now, this was something we talked about back a few
Right.
weeks ago. I was going to have you come up to Hector to get on the mic with me for a 7th grade JV game, and that didn't work out. And it was fine, but yeah, I mean, I'm ever since working with the group that we did last year. You know, I got a chance to get to know a lot of Atkins folks, and you and Chris Burke, and you know, and I mean, like Jeff Harrelson
Right.
down here. I've known him for a few years. He was at Hector, and you know.
Well, we've got the Hector connections. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all got Mark up there running school.
Yeah.
Mark's
Brother.
from Atkins, and we've got Chris here
Yeah.
running, been our principal. So there's a lot of ties
Yeah.
between Hector and Atkins.
Well, and then you know my dad, who I don't talk about very much. He graduated from here.
Right.
My aunt, she works here at the school, and I have cousins, and like on both sides.
And then we hired your basketball. We took
McAnulty.
Coach McAnulty away.
McAnulty's married to my cousin Haley. So yeah, there's a lot of tie-ins between me and the Atkins program. I'm born Wildcat, but I've got Atkins blood. So you know, it's just been fun to be able to do a little bit here and there for all these different places. I've done stuff for Atkins. I do
Right.
the Hector stuff. I've done stuff for Two Rivers. A little bit of Pottsville here and there, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun doing it, and man, I've told you on phone conversations, Red Devil fans, my heart goes out to y'all. This has been one of the roughest
Right.
stretches that I can imagine anybody having to go through. But it's like I've told Shane, y'all will be back. I mean, I watch that junior high. I watch y'all's live streams every week, and I see y'all's junior high coming up, and just I can see a lot of improvement coming on the horizon. So nobody, don't get down, don't despair, because better days are coming.
Well, Trey, while I've got you on the headset here with me, I want to publicly credit and thank you from Red Devil fans. I know Red Devil fans that have listened to me this year, and they've kept up with our social media and stuff like that. All the graphics and everything that you can see for game night and for our players of the game. It goes to this man right here. He does the work for me, and we couldn't thank you enough for helping us out.
Like I told you, Shane, it's not a problem at all. I enjoy it, and I'm all about getting some kids their respect, their exposure. That's part of the reason. Like whenever I started doing it for Hector, at the time we had a couple of guys that had went and played college level, but my thing was if I could do something and get somebody's face out there, get somebody's interest, and they take a look at what something was going on at Hector.
Right.
That would give one of those kids a chance to make it to the next level, and that's what I hope to see out of any of them that come through. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it, and hope to keep being able to do it for a while.
Well, Red Devil fans, Trey, I want to thank you very much for joining us up here tonight, and hope y'all have a longer football season. And I know you would like to keep that football longer because you're not ready to go sit in the gym somewhere. and for me, I shift over to the gym next week, so I get maybe 1 or 2 nights off, and then I'm in the gym, and it's going to be a long season, but it's exciting.
We both got to see what y'all's kids did last year. The girls side of it, hopefully the boys side of it's ready to go, but the girls side of it was clicking pretty well there for a while.
And they're all back again.
And they're all back, yeah.
So we're hoping for a big year from them, and we're very, very, very excited. And right now, if you're watching on the live stream, they're going to honor the Atkins Lady Red Devil volleyball team who finished in the state quarterfinals is where they went out. But what a year they had. And that is Tracy Brown leading the way, and she is Coach of the Year for that conference. So a very, very good year for the Atkins Lady Red Devil volleyball team. Well, fans, we're going to take a break, and Trey, thank you for joining us, bud.
No problem, Shane.
All right.
Good to see you.
All right, that is Trey Johnson from Hector joining us here tonight, and with that, we're going to take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with get you ready for the second half. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3 The Eagle. Field, Sorrels Stadium. It's halftime. It is 42-0 Bearkatz, Melbourne Bearkatz over your Atkins Red Devils. And Scott, we talked about it a lot in the first half, and we knew, we had heard and read we were going to see one of the better football teams we've seen this year. And we've made the comment, one of the very most fundamental discipline teams we've seen.
Yeah, that's the thing. Not taking anything away from the athleticism of this Melbourne team, but we've seen good athletes in this throughout this season. We've played against teams that have, I think, superior athletes to Melbourne, but they just don't make mistakes. They just do everything so well on both sides of the ball, from blocking and to playing assignment defense. They just do everything really, really well, and they've been perfect tonight on every drive.
One thing we talked about on their touchdown, on their drives here in the first half, other than Grant Wren's long run, 75-yard run, the Red Devil defense did a very good job making them earn all their touchdowns.
Yeah. The defense has done well overall. I mean, with a team as talented and as disciplined as Melbourne is, they're going to get points on you. They've done that to everybody they've played this year. But the thing is, just like you said, the Red Devils have made them earn every point. And aside from that one long play, that 75, 73-yard run, whatever it was, there before the half, all of the plays for the most part have been, just medium, short gains.
Right.
So the Red Devil defense has not done a bad job, but you're just looking at a Melbourne team that is very, very talented, and they do everything very well.
Well, Red Devil fans, like we always do every week, I'm going to give you a little recap of what's going on with Red Devil Sports. Like you saw on the live stream, and I said before we went to break, they honored the Atkins volleyball team. They finished in the quarterfinals of state, fell to Hoxie, and but what a year they had, and they had the coach of the year in the conference, Tracy Brown, and those girls had a great year, didn't lose a set in conference, and they failed to Hoxie, and it was it's a very, very good year. The volleyball program here over the recent years has been really, really up, and Tracy Brown, and she does a good job with them, man, every year. Scott, we're after tonight, we shift to a different sport. And like we said, basketball season kicks off next week, and it starts Monday night. 7th grade junior high is going to Sacred Heart. Senior high girls are going to get a game in the Lamar Classic as they'll take on County Line Tuesday. And then Carlisle will come here Thursday for senior high action with a junior high game. So it's here.
Yeah, no break. Just roll right from football into basketball.
And I was told by Coach McAnulty that Carlisle will probably, in the boys' game, call it a JV game, but he's going to call it a varsity game because he said we're going to go ahead and play.
Yeah, and it's it'd be good to get these, some of the guys from the football team will come over and be able to plug into the basketball team, and be a good experience for them, and kind of jump right into it, like you said.
Red Devil fans, once again, like to apologize to you if you are just now joining us. We tried to let everybody know as soon as we could this week. Due to weather that's coming into the state, we moved up the start time and trying to get this game in as much as we can, and hopefully be able to complete the game and let our visitors from Melbourne get out of town before the bad weather comes in. But there are storms moving into the western part of the state, and we'll be here sometime tonight.
Yeah, and I checked the radar before we came back on after you had Trey in the booth here at halftime, and the rain looks like it's just to the west of the Polk County line, so it's definitely making its way toward us. Hopefully it holds off, and the lightning holds off. That's the big thing. We can play in rain, but when the lightning starts popping, that's when we have to shut it down.
Scott, they honored the seniors and stuff before the game. We watched the honoring of the seniors, but they also made the comment, and I knew I was the one that got tipped off on it. But I just want to give our congratulations. When you volunteer, every program has volunteers that people don't know about. They're the backbone of helping programs be able to do stuff, from your volunteers doing football, basketball, all the sports and stuff. There are so many people behind the scene, and we honored a man tonight, Chuck Cobb, who's been standing on the sidelines here for 30 years, volunteers his time every Friday night to come out here for 30 years, and that's quite an accomplishment.
It is, yeah, and Chuck is just one of those. He's one of those fixtures in the community, and you said before. He'd probably get you for mentioning his name, because he's not somebody who's going to look for attention. He doesn't do it because he wants somebody to notice him. But when you do something for 30 years, and like you said, week in, week out, he's over there on that sideline running the chain crew. And when you do something for that long, you deserve to be recognized. So Chuck, we see what you do. We appreciate you, buddy, and thanks for all that you've given to this Red Devil program.
Yeah, I've had discussions this week with several people that, programs have volunteers, and a lot of people, and when you're a volunteer, you don't really want the publicity. You do it because you love the kids and you want to help and everything, your school and the town and stuff, but volunteers are the backbone of, small schools.
Right, couldn't do it without them.
All right, we are ready to start second half here, as the Red Devils will proceed to start the second half kickoff. And it's 42-0 Melbourne. And Ventura's out on the field with no kickoff team. He's waiting for his kickoff team to come out.
Frank Reinhardt, number 6, along with number 29, Mason Martin, number 11.
We have a good crowd here for senior night, and I know everybody's they've got their umbrellas just waiting for that first drop to fall. And then they'll probably scatter as fast as they can.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's mapped their way to the exits already. They've just got their plans laid.
So
we're hoping it holds off a little bit.
Scott, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say we're going to see the pooch kick again.
It looks like it.
And there it is. They're pressing it, and the very emphatic fair catch wave by Landon Phillips. After that first one dropped a while ago, I don't know if Coach Bobo, who does the special teams, says we want to see the hand wave.
Yeah, somebody better be over there around the 35, and you better put your hand up in a hurry.
So the Red Devils will have 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line, and we're going to have Cole Crawford in at quarterback to start the second half of play here. Jaden Martin's going to be split out. He's going to be part of the trip set to the right. So Crawford takes the snap, and Crawford fires deep, and what a catch by the other quarterback, Jaden Martin.
The starting quarterback is a pretty decent receiver, Shane.
What can he not do?
I don't know, that was a heck of a catch.
That was. Jaden Martin right there goes up and snares it. And, we talked about it this year. Martin has taken some licks this year. He's taken some hits and stuff, and he hit the ground pretty good right there, but he bounced right up.
Yeah, moving a little slower than he usually does. It's easy for me to say, but yeah, he got right back up.
Crawford takes the snap, hands off Duval. Duval with a little bit of hole, cutting up the middle. Duval's going to be close to that first down. I think he's got it. It's right in front of us. So 1st and 10 Red Devils.
2 plays, 2 first downs. Good way to start the first drive of the second half of the Red Devils.
Scott, we've seen this a lot this year. Red Devils come out with pretty good drives in the third quarter. So now, Jaden Martin is going to line up in the backfield with Crawford. Drake Reinhardt split out to the right. And this is going to be Jaden Martin. Oh, boy, he took a handoff, and as soon as he took the handoff, Langston hit him. The handoff, to me, looking at it, was kind of slow.
Yeah, it was a little odd.
But, boy, Langston he come in there like he does everything. He comes in quick.
Yeah, he's got one speed, and that's all out. Whether he's carrying the ball or whether he's attacking a ball carrier.
So Crawford's going to have an empty backfield this time as Duval has moved up into the slot. And Crawford rolls to the left. He's got pressure coming, but Crawford, and he gets it away, and he fires, and he overshoots Jaden Martin on about the 25-yard line.
Martin complete on the coverage. Number 2, Nathan Will.
Pretty well covered out there by Melbourne on defense. Not a lot Cole could do with that. He was running out to his left, escaping some pressure there, and he just it's one of those situations you don't want to try to force something and put the ball in a bad position and risk getting it intercepted. He just threw it well out in front of his receiver, lived to play another down.
So Duval is in the backfield with Crawford. Crawford takes it, dropping straight back, and he fires it across, and Tanner Hageman makes the catch.
Crawford's pass complete.
Got a flag in the backfield.
It's going to be a hit on the quarterback.
Yeah.
As Crawford took a pop right there.
Really, Melbourne jumped off sides in the first half, but aside from that, this is the first big mistake they've made. But that was completely
Crawford. I'm watching Crawford right now, and he's trying to get the cobwebs out. He took a pop right there.
He's staying in.
But you can tell he's in a little anguish right there.
Yeah.
He's probably going, nobody on Thursday night hit me like this.
That's for sure.
He's got an empty backfield, though. Crawford's got some grit here, and he's going to fire across the middle, and it's complete. Hageman makes the catch for about a 5-yard gain right there. So after the big hit on Crawford, the personal foul, Crawford stays in that time, fires a bullet to Hageman for a 5-yard gain.
Tanner had to kind of go low and make that catch, and couldn't do much with it after that, but was able to secure it, pick up 5 yards, make it 2nd and 5 here at the 30.
Duval's in the backfield with Crawford. Crawford takes the snap, and he fires behind Landon Phillips.
Crawford's pass intended for number 5, Landon Phillips.
Phillips was, he found that spot in the zone right there, but Crawford's pass comes in behind him, and that will make it 3rd and 5 right now for the Red Devils. 6.5 left here in the third quarter. It's 42-0. Bearkatz.
Phillips broke back across the defense there, and I think maybe Cole thought he was just going to turn and sit in that soft spot. They just couldn't get on the same page.
Crawford, and pressure's coming, and it is batted down as Carson Davis knocks it down. And there again right there, when you want to talk fundamental football, is when the defensive line is applying pressure on the quarterback, those hands are up.
Right, that time, Davis coming from the outside there on a bit of a blitz, and knew he wasn't going to get to Crawford before he got the pass off, and he just got his hands up, and we've seen them do that time and time again tonight.
So it will be 4th and 5. Crawford takes the snap, dropping straight back. Crawford's on the run, and he fires. It's complete to Jaden Martin. Jaden's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Red Devils.
Touchdown.
Crawford completes it on the run
Cole Crawford
to Jaden Martin. Okay, I'll admit, the cannon got me right there.
Shane, they told you they were going to
I
fire.
know. That cannon got me right there. I jumped. So touchdown, Red Devils right there as Crawford, great job on the run and was fixing to be pulled down. And he got it off, and Jaden Martin was wide open and took it to the house. Kenny Rivas is coming in, and we're going to have the extra point, which is a big moment here for senior high football.
It is. It's a bit of a unicorn. It's a rare sighting in these parts.
Now we're going to have a delay of game against the Red Devils, so I don't know if that's going to kill the extra point.
I think he's still going to get a chance
Yeah.
at it here. Coach Porter brought him over and said, "You got this, kid." Slapped him on the back, sent him back out there.
Kenny has a good leg, and really would like to see this go through. So here's our extra point attempt. Snap, kick, and Kenny Rivas
Nailed it.
nailed it. The extra point is good. So 4:15 left here in the third. Red Devils on the board, trailing 42-7. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3. The All right, Red Devil fan. Red Devils on the board, make it 42-7. I got a little choked up right there.
Touchdowns always do that too, don't they, Shane?
We've had the cannon go off. Just got your nerves shot. Made the extra point after the penalty. Rivas has it teed up. And fans, he is a ninth grader, so we're going to get to see him for the next 3 years. And it is taken on the 15. And that's Grant Wren, and he's going to be brought down short of the 35-yard line where they'll start out first and 10. Like I said, ninth grader, and so you're going to expect that kicking's going to get better the next 3 years.
Yeah, he's already a really good kicker, and you saw that. It's an extra point in high school football is never a given, and you back him up 5 yards with the delay of game, and he just drilled it.
He drilled it.
A good kicker, and we're going to see more of that in the years to come, you would expect.
So Wren is staying in at quarterback. He's been quarterbacking the whole way here, shotgun formation, and Langston's going to take the handoff on the left side. Langston is running hard and gets about 7 or 8 right there, and that's John Davis on the stop. Another ninth grader. So gain of 8 will make it 2nd and 2. As we are 1.5 minute and a half left here in the third. Red Devils trail 42-7. Wren in the pistol formation. Langston is behind him. Trey Wren fires out to the right side. It's complete, and it's going to be a first down. Game tackled there by the Red Devils. Connor Norman. Ball was Sebastian Bartlett. And I can't see who that last one was. John Davis again on the stop. But it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Bearkatz here in the third quarter.
Back-to-back plays where John Davis has been in on the tackle, and we saw him make a ton of plays as a junior high player, both in 8th grade and 9th grade, and I'm pretty excited to see what he's going to do for the next 3 years.
Wren still has Langston in the backfield with him. And handoff Langston going over the right side. Big hole for Langston. And he cuts it back, and he's trying to go down the sideline, but Mason Martin's going to run him out of bounds in Red Devil territory about the 26. And boy, you can just see when Langston runs, it's a steam engine.
Yeah, he we said earlier he doesn't have to get ready. He doesn't have to get revved up.
He's gone.
He's got it in high gear when he gets the ball.
I mean, good looking running back. Just built very compact, and just he looks strong. And we've seen a couple of stiff arms out there. Well, that's going to bring it into a third quarter. Red Devils trail 42-7. We'll take a 30-second break and come back with the final quarter of play. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. We get ready to start the final quarter of play, and this is the final quarter of the season, Scott. It's all coming down right here. This will be the end of it, and it's been a rough season, but we've had some good moments, we've had some bad moments, but you know what? With the numbers we had, I've heard, you'd hear the hearsay all around, oh, y'all won't finish the season, you're not going to finish the season and stuff. I tell you what, it's some of the toughest 18 players you will see, because they've gritted it out and they've given an effort every Friday night out here.
Yeah, and especially these 6 seniors. This is their last 12 minutes of high school football. Carter Cheek, Landon Phillips, Isaac Duval, Eli Baker, Sebastian Bartlett, and Braden Jones. Can't say enough about what they've meant to this program.
So it is 1st and 10 now for the Bearkatz on the Red Devil, just inside the Red Devil 30, and Wren takes it, and it's a handoff over the left side, and shoestring tackle there until he held on until help came, and that's Mason Martin that was holding on, and that's going to be Carson Davis on the carry. Once again, I'd like to invite you to stick around after the game as we wrap it up. We'll have our Thrive Mortgage Player of the Game be the final one of the season. And Wyatt Hearn is now checked into the game as Mason Martin will come out. Trey Wren still in at quarterback, and he's going to hand it off to Davis. Davis going around the left side, and Davis cuts it up, and Davis is going to be tripped up there by Jackson Phillips along with Wyatt Hearn on the stop.
Davis was able to pick up enough for the first down, just inside the 20.
So they are in the red zone again, and Wren staying in at quarterback, and he has Carson Davis now at tailback. Wren takes the snap, and it's going to be an inside trap. That was the flip pass, a little shuffle pass, as I should say. And that was Tanner Williams on the carry.
He made a good move there to get some extra yardage.
Yeah.
I didn't see who that was that he left laying there on the field, but he faked somebody pretty hard.
That was, that was forward pitch, so that is counted as a pass.
Yeah. That's a high percentage pass.
And it very is. Wren inside the 10 now. First to goal. Takes a snap. Fires out to the right side. It's complete. And it will be touchdown Bearkatz as Tanner Williams takes it in.
Number 11, Tanner Williams on the receiving end of the trade. Wren pass.
So it is Wren to Williams from 10 yards out. And we are at 48-7. And Ventura, who is, let's see if I can jinx him. He is 6 for 6 right now.
6 for 6. He's perfect on the night.
I hope we just hex him. It'll be the only thing going wrong for him tonight, and we couldn't.
No, he held off the hex.
It is 49-7 now. With that, we'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 99.3, The Eagle. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Lemley Field
Back at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium, as my broadcast partner Shane got a little choked up again.
That was a tickle in my throat
Yeah,
that I didn't want to share with the audience.
Yeah.
All right, Ventura has it teed up, and close to the 7-minute mark here left in the game.
That clock is running, so these last 7 minutes should go by pretty quickly, and the ball falls off the tee just as Ventura gets ready to approach. And we can see the leaves blowing around and the flag.
The flag is whipping. It's pretty safe assumption it's getting closer.
It is getting closer, yeah.
But we might get this in, and it looks like we will.
I think so.
Here's the kick. Fair catch called by Jackson Phillips this time. The Phillips brothers have got the fair catch now. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils with 6.5 left. And we saw the touchdown drive a while ago, and Crawford is staying in at quarterback. Crawford threw a 30-yard touchdown pass a while ago to Jaden Martin on the last drive. And let's see here, because, 6 minutes running clock, pretty much assume this might be your final drive of the year.
Yeah.
It's going to be a handoff to Duval. Duval coming over the left side. It's going to get about 5 right there, 4 or 5.
Hayden Duval on the carry, 77 Tyson Pope on the stop.
It'll make it 2nd down and 5. They're going to say 6 now, but Crawford with Duval in the backfield, and he has Tanner Hegeman split out to the left by himself. Phillips and that's Reinhardt split out to the right. This time it's going to be a handoff. Duval going over the right side. Duval's going to get about 2 or 3 right there.
53, Dalton Tate, the first man there for the Bearkatz.
Melbourne does such a good job on defense, just maintaining their gaps and being disciplined. Nobody gets out of position.
It's discipline.
And usually the first guy there makes the tackle. You don't get a lot of extra yardage after contact with these guys.
It's a disciplined football team.
We said before, there may be teams in 3A that are more talented, but I don't know that there'll be any that are more fundamentally sound in this bunch.
Crawford takes it, and he's got Hegeman on the comeback, and Hegeman's going to have the first down right there. As that combination has played, all through the junior high season, so they're very comfortable with each other. And of course, you would think, Crawford's going to look for Hegeman.
Yeah, when you have that that comfort with somebody, you work with them that much, you just kind of know what each other's thinking. You don't have to really, it's almost reactionary.
Yeah.
And you can see that with these two.
Dakota Ham is now checked into the backfield for the Red Devils. And here we go, come back again. This time Reinhardt, and it goes right through Reinhardt's hands right there. He had it for a second, and it failed. And Reinhardt may have had about 10 right there because it was pretty open in the middle.
Yeah, he had some room in the middle, had some blockers set up too. That's that comeback screen that has worked pretty well for the Red Devils, and we've seen it work a time or two tonight. That time Drake just not able to secure the catch.
3.5 left in the contest. Red Devils trail 49-7. Trips to the right. Ham is in the backfield with Crawford. And off Ham cutting. And Ham's going to pick up 2 or 3 right there.
Dakota Ham, number 22 on the carry.
And he will
68.
Get it close to the 45-yard line. They're going to mark it on the 44. And it will be 3rd and 7 for the Red Devils. As we are 2.5 left here in the contest. Season coming to an end here for Red Devil football. Take it. Crawford takes it and fires to Hegeman again. And Hegeman's going to be about a yard short of the first down. But, boy, you can just see the comfort level right there. Nice pitch and catch.
Yeah, good job with those two. And they do get him enough for the first down. He was right at the marker.
So, like you said, 1st and 10 now for the Red Devils on the Bearcat 49-yard line. As we get close to the 2-minute mark here in the contest. Crawford takes a snap. Crawford fires down the left sideline. He's got Hegeman, and he overshot him as Hegeman broke away from his man. Oh, Hegeman still be running right now.
He would. The cannon would be going off.
Oh,
You'd
my
be
gosh.
jumping out of your seat, Shane.
And I had forgot all about it.
Yep.
We do know the inside tip here. It is going to go off at the end of the game here. These people out here in front of us, they don't know it, but it's going to go. Crawford, shotgun formation, Ham's in the backfield with him. And he takes a snap, rolling to the right, fires out into the flat, complete to Landon Phillips. Landon got the first down with a stiff arm, and good run there by Landon Phillips. So good to see the senior making a final catch here.
Yeah, good job by Landon. He caught the ball, and I mentioned before that most of the time tonight, Melbourne's first guy there has made the tackle,
Right.
but Landon used the stiff arm there. Did a good job just creating a little space and picking up the first down.
So we are now under a minute left here for Red Devil football in 2022. 49-7. Crawford takes the snap, roll it to the left. Pressure's coming, and he flips it out and goes over the head of Mason Martin. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Second and 10, and we've got 30 seconds left, so this will be the final play of the game.
Yeah, probably going to be the last snap of the season.
Crawford takes it, dropping straight back. Crawford fires deep, and he's got a man, and it is batted down. And that will be the final play of the game, as the game will conclude here with the final score: Melbourne 49, Red Devils 7. I just had to watch everybody because we knew everybody was going to jump with that one. But that's going to conclude the 2022 Red Devil season with the final score of 49-7. We're going to take a 1-minute break and come back and wrap up this football season here of Red Devil football. We'll be back in 1 minute. 99.3 The Eagle.